I figure out, what is your goal? Is your goal to eventually get a government contract in 5 to 10 years? Okay, how does your technology fit in there? So we can either plan for that cost down the line, phase in that new technology so you're not breaking the bank all at once. My name is Natima Harrison, and I am Save My Project LLC. It is a veteran-owned, women-owned company, and I am the sole employee right now. I provide technical strategic consulting as well as project management support for those smaller organizations. My goal is to empower them to make better technology decisions that are more informed. And how I do that is I provide them with best practices. I understand what their business is and what their overall goals are. And then I partner with them to build a technology plan that is really fine-tuned and specific to their goals and their business as a whole. I provide 2 different types of services. One is the consulting service, and that is like a retainer kind of thing. You call me up, say, hey, I have a vendor that's trying to sell me something, but I don't know what they're talking about. So I come in, I'm a new set of eyes, I ask the hard questions, I make sure it meets your requirements, I help you build that technology plan. That is part of the consulting service. And then, of course, there's the project management part. So when they have that service that they want to implement, whether it's cloud services, some sort of software, some sort of hardware, they know what they want to implement, but they don't have the time, the energy, or the mindset to want to manage that project. I come in and I represent them and their interests to make sure it is on time, on budget, and it meets their requirements. My target market are those smaller organizations, less than 200 employees. They're usually stretched pretty thin. They have a lot on their plate. They're so busy going around trying to do their business, trying to make sure their community is served. So I want all the small businesses and all those nonprofits to understand they are an enterprise, and it doesn't matter how big or small you are, you have the ability to reach with your technology and it can support you in your efforts. Someone that is a project manager, certified, or has the experience, or both, can cost a lot of money. And most of them want to stay with those big companies because they know they're worth a lot of money. So I wanted to fragment my skill set and allow myself and allow these businesses to prosper and grow the way they deserve to grow. When it comes to costs related, especially to technology, the longer you wait, the more expensive it's gonna be. So what I really like to do is I like to get a feel, like an in-depth feel of what your business is, whether it's I sit and watch you in your day-to-day and then watch a whole nother person and understand their standard operating procedures. I figure out, what is your goal? Is your goal to eventually get a government contract in 5 to 10 years? Okay, how does your technology fit in there? So we can either plan for that cost down the line, phase in that new technology so you're not breaking the bank all at once. I was previously located in Ohio and I was a member of the chamber there, and I realized that it has a sense of community. There's some chambers where they're so large where when you're a smaller business, you're kind of just floundering. But when I came here, I actually looked at what the Colorado Springs Chamber and EDC was doing, and I realized that they really are into what the small businesses, what their pain points are, what they want to learn, what they want to do, and they had a whole plethora of events. And they actually had councils. That was my jam, where they had like advisory councils to say, oh, well, you don't know if you want to pay for this service, but there's someone who's actually in this field who can give you advice. And so that is what drew me to the chamber, was understanding that there is that sense of community, not just as the city as a whole, but in that small business where everyone is trying to help each other out.